Yes, us, to GreekRecipes.tv. When East meets West and tradition meets modernism, a miracle is born. Cheesecake Baklava. Some say that the first cheesecake was made in ancient Greek times. According to the book Cheesecake Madness, a similar recipe was made back in 230 AD. Wow, that's a long time ago. All right, let's go ahead and start by clarifying 2 cups of unsalted butter. Now make sure to melt this over a low heat. Our next step, we need to add 4 cups of cream cheese to our mixing bowl. Then we're gonna add 1½ cups of sugar, 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk, and last but not least, 1½ tablespoons of vanilla extract. We want this to become light, creamy, and fluffy, so it's gonna take us about 7 to 8 minutes. Since we're talking about cream cheese, I want to give a big thank you to New York dairyman William Lawrence, who developed cream cheese by accident back in 1872. Cream cheese is truly a wonderful gift to the culinary world, especially cheesecake baklava. Okay, so let's go to our next step. We're going to go ahead and add 1/2 cup of flour and 1/2 cup of milk. And we're going to give it a good little mix for about a minute or so. Now I've already gone ahead and chopped 2 cups of walnuts and 2 cups of blanched almonds. I've added 3/4 of a cup of sugar and a tablespoon of cinnamon and given it a good little mix. Now if you want, you can use pecans or pistachios, whatever kind of nuts you like, but for today I'm using these 2. Let's go ahead and butter our baking dish. Make sure you get it all the way around. Make sure when you go to the grocery store to buy the thin phyllo dough, not the thick. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna use the whole package today for this recipe. Go ahead and spread it in front of us and carefully take 1 sheet and lay it in the middle of the baking dish. As you can see, this first piece already has a tear. You don't need to worry about that. It's never gonna show up. And we're gonna butter the entire phyllo dough. Now what I'm doing is I'm gonna add 4 phyllo sheets on the bottom layer. Don't forget to butter each sheet. Now because I kind of want to even out the phyllo dough, I'm gonna turn the baking dish long ways and add the 4th phyllo sheet right on the top and into the middle. Let's go ahead and add our first layer of the nut mix. Make sure to spread it evenly all over the phyllo sheet. This is the baklava part. Now we're gonna grab another phyllo sheet and carefully fit it into the dish. And of course, we're gonna add more butter. We're adding another layer of the nut mix. At this point now, we've used half of the nut mix. While I'm buttering this, I wanna refresh on what we've done. Bottom layer, we've added 4 phyllo sheets without any nuts. Then we went ahead and added 3 layers with nuts, and I'm topping it off with the last one without, because we're gonna add the cream. With your spatula, spread it out evenly, and add the remaining nut mix. For the finishing touches, we're gonna flip over each phyllo layer and butter them. Basically, this step is just sealing in the cream and all the nuts. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and add the remaining phyllo sheets, which are 6. You're gonna carefully place them to the edge, butter it again, and double it now. And the ends that are hanging over, just kind of tuck them over just like this. And go ahead and push them in with your fingertips or with a knife, anything that's easy for you. And for our final step, a little bit of water. Just sprinkle it on the top. It helps the phyllo from blowing up. We're gonna bake this for 70 minutes at 350 degrees. The cheesecake baklava has set now for about 7 to 8 minutes. And with 1 cup of honey, which we're gonna warm up in a small pot, we're gonna top all over the phyllo dough. Make sure that you let this dessert cool for about 3 or 4 hours before cutting it. Cheesecake baklava does need a little extra time to make. However, the results are well worth it. The taste is exceptional and the fusion of both worlds is amazing. It doesn't get better than this. Thanks for watching. See you next time on GreekRecipes.tv. Γεια σας!